If you're somewhat new to videography or have just never used LUTs, you may have no idea what they are and what the benefits to them are, or in what workflows you may take advantage of them. In this video, I'm going to break that all down for you, and if you're new here, we have over 200 videography related videos, lots of content for you to learn from, and if you want to know any of the music or the equipment we use to make our videos, all links are in the description. Let's jump in. To get started, get some footage in your timeline. I have 3 clips loaded right now. And if you're on a Mac, before we do anything else, go up to DaVinci Resolve, Preferences, go down to General, and click on Use Mac Display Color Profiles for Viewers. This makes sure that the color profiles are accurate on Mac, and if you're on Windows, you don't need to do that. We'll hit Save, and then from there, right-click on your timeline, go to Timeline Settings, go over to Color, and then unselect Use Project Settings, and make sure that you are using YRGB. That is the best option in Resolve for the color science. And then also your timeline and output is most likely Rec 709. That's like your universal color profile. And if you've never shot or worked with log footage before, then chances are your footage has already been converted to Rec 709. But we just want to make sure that that is enabled as well. And since we're teaching LUTs, we're just going to assume that this is a completed edit. We'll go over to the color page, and we'll start off by going to the third clip, which was shot in log, and Sony uses S-Log for their log footage. And each camera manufacturer will have its own name for log footage. And again, the point of adding this LUT is to add a color profile called Rec 709 to the log footage to make it look like normal footage. Working with log footage can get very technical, but essentially people choose to film things in log because it allows you to capture a little bit more dynamic range. Again, a professional would want the most options and flexibility, so that's typically why people choose to shoot in log. But there are millions of videographers that don't shoot in log and millions of editors that don't work with log footage as well. It sort of depends on the footage you're working with and the type of clients and projects you're taking on. And to give you a bit of context, there are essentially 2 types of LUTs. There's a technical LUT, which is used for giving log footage a color profile or converting it from a very desaturated look to a normal look. So if you're working with log footage, you have to first convert it. And then there's a creative LUT, which is used to give your footage a little more saturation or a color shift or some sort of creative change that can spice up or give your footage a look or a style. At the top left here, there's an area called LUTs. And if we go down to Sony, you can see here that you have several options, or you can go to your node, right click, go to LUT, and this will be the same options here. So we'll go to Sony and we can choose S-Log 3 709 if you're on Windows, or we can choose S-Log 3 Type A if you're on a Mac. So to summarize it, if you're working with log footage, find out the type of camera it was shot with, select it here, and then choose the Rec 709 option, or on Mac, we'll choose the Rec 709A. That will convert your footage to a natural look, and we've essentially given it a color profile now. That is stage 1 if you worked with log footage. Now, assuming you did not work with log footage, such as this clip here, this does have a color profile that was added to it. It was done by default in the camera, and therefore this wasn't shot in log, and it does have Rec 709 already applied to it, so we don't need to add a LUT in that scenario. To add a creative LUT, we will right-click, Add Node, choose the corrector node. We will drag onto our output line. Then we will have a chain of nodes here that go from input to output with our footage at the beginning, and then this will be used for our creative LUT. Now there are hundreds of thousands of LUTs to choose from, and in my opinion, most of them aren't too good. Over the years, I've sort of dialed in my own style of LUTs that I like to work with, and then eventually I ended up creating LUTs. We do sell a pack on our website, and I'll leave a link if you want that for 50% off, and it comes with a whole series of different style LUTs. So if you choose to get our LUTs, or you have other LUTs that you want to bring into Resolve, the way you do that is you go down to the bottom right, click on the gear, go to Color Management, scroll down where it says Open LUT Folder. This is the folder where Resolve stores LUTs. So whatever LUTs you have, for example, our LUTs, you can make a folder called AW Alli Will LUTs, and then you can copy and paste the LUTs into there, and then hit Update Lists and save. That will bring in the new LUTs, and they'll be in the program moving forward where you won't need to do that again. So for the rest of this tutorial, we'll be using our LUTs to give you an idea of what they look like and how easy it can be to transform a clip like this and make it look really bright and nice. Instead of spending what could be hours color correcting all your different footage and making a ton of different changes down here and all the different tabs, it can get very overwhelming and again take a long time. And that's essentially why people choose to use LUTs, is because they don't need to go through a full color grading process. They just want to quickly get a clip looking good. And that is what a creative LUT is for. So to choose one of our LUTs here, I would recommend first looking at your scene and analyzing it. So this is an outdoor scene and we have a lake and it is in the day, it's not at night. And then from there, you can quickly choose a LUT that works for you. So right now we have no LUT. And then if I hover over this middle LUT here, nature green, you can see the difference. So that gives you a little preview of what it will be before you actually apply it. You can choose the bright day 2. And then we have some subtle ones for inside. Standard is really great if you just want like a really subtle boost of like saturation, clarity, and contrast. And there's some different options. A warmer one, a colder one, a more contrasty one. We have a nice and vibrant one in the standard options. We have a very crushed one. So your blacks are really black in this standard 7 LUT. And then if you are shooting like a sunset, we've left some sunset ones. Now these aren't going to look good on this footage because it's not a sunset, but you get the idea. So I think for this one, either the nature green or the vibrant looks the best. So I will drag and drop that right on our second LUT that we created. And then you're good to go. That's literally what a LUT does. And a quick tip, let's say you've selected this clip, but you want to know what LUT was actually applied. You can right click and go to reveal selected LUT, and then it'll change to the one that you actually used. And another tip, if you find any LUT too much, like for example, you applied one of our LUTs here and you find it a little too much, you can go to the key option here. Then under key output gain, we will scroll this back down, and just to show you what it does, if I go to 0, we're back to where we started. So you can find a nice spot between where the original footage was. Let's say I like 0.8 better than 100%. That's how you adjust it. And keep in mind, you can also add multiple LUTs, and then on each one adjust the output so you can fine tune things. That might be a better workflow if you're on a tight deadline or a lower budget, instead of spending all this time going through all the different settings and making tons of little adjustments. That's it for this video on what a LUT is and how to use them. If you want to learn more, we have over 200 videography related videos, so lots of content for you to learn from. And if you want to know any of the music or the equipment we use to make our videos, all links are in the description. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.